Hong Kong's traditional chaan teng cafes are the backbone of the city's culinary identity. But there's a problem. Many of the oldest are disappearing, and with them, Hong Kong is losing priceless pieces of its heritage. But there's still hope, and today we're heading to a cafe flying the flag for Old Hong Kong after 90 years in business. While there, we'll try some classic dishes to see if the past lives on here, and more importantly, whether the food is good enough for it to live on into the future. So sit back and let your mouths water, guys, because this is Sam Eats It. Morning guys, thank you for joining me on another beautiful sunny day here in Hong Kong, and it's breakfast time. So today we're going to go and check out what could be classed as the oldest chaan teng Hong Kong style cafe in all of the city. But before that, if you haven't done already, please like this video, and even more than that, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. All you got to do is hit that button, and it really helps us to continue to bring you these kind of videos. So cheers for that. Okay, anyway, Honolulu Cafe. Its origins date back to 1940. Now, the original branch was actually up in Sham Shui Po, and as the century wore on in the later half of the 20th century, business was booming in Hong Kong, and the owners of the cafe decided to expand, and they expanded here on Hong Kong Island in Central and Wan Chai. As the restaurant landscape changed in Hong Kong, namely more aggressive competition from modern restaurants and of course downturns in business, most of the branches of what was a mini Hong Kong cafe empire closed, and today the only one that is still here is this one here on Hennessy Road. And this branch of Honolulu Cafe has been here since 1991. It is a symbol of old Hong Kong, and with 9 decades of history behind it, it serves perhaps the most old school Hong Kong cafe food of anywhere in Hong Kong. So for that reason, and the fact that I'm starving because I haven't had breakfast yet, I want to go in and see what this place is all about. So let's do it. All right guys, so we've just sat down inside. We've rocked up at about, it was going up to 10, and it's busy, but it's not like absolutely packed like it probably was earlier this morning, so that's good. And yeah, the atmosphere, you know, it's really low ceiling. You can tell that it's decked out to be welcoming, you know, like a chaan teng. There's a little bit of neon, and you know, it's quite brightly lit, but at the same time, absolutely no frills. You know, this is it's very utilitarian. It's about getting your food to you. So speaking of that, we're going to look at the menu now and then order our food, because that is the aim of the game in chaan teng. Hello. E said.
E said, and cha jiao.
Cha jiao.
Cha jiao.
Cha jiao. Tao down. And then can we get this noodles here?
Noodle.
Yip lai chan guy. Perfect. Amazing. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Guy. They're really nice. Hong Kong chaan teng, as you guys know if you've watched the channel, we definitely know because we've been to a lot of them. They're not necessarily renowned for their wonderful service, you know. They're usually like pretty curt, and they're like, you know, time is money kind of thing. But this guy, really lovely bloke. So yeah, so far so good. Let's wait for the food and see if that lives up to the service so far. I'm going inside. Wow, we're just getting an absolute deluge of food. I'm going inside. It's all coming at once, and that is just chaan teng service. It comes really quick and fast, and that is what these places are all about. We've got butter pineapple bun, and then the absolute specialty, their dan tart, their egg tart. And we've got the milk tea. We've got ourselves a ham and the instant noodles, and that's come with bread and egg. You've got to have bread and egg in the morning when you're at a chaan teng, in my opinion. It's an absolute must. And we've got some borscht. And we've got a ham bun. So yeah, let's dig in. I think we will get the dan tart, the egg tart first before it goes cold, because I want to get that when it's nice and hot to maximise it. I've read online, they're kind of like, you know, company claim is that it's made from 192 layers of flaky pastry. And I can't quite count 192. I don't know how one would go about counting 192 layers in a flaky pastry dan tart, but it looks very delicious. It looks man-made, which I always like. You know, you've got that bit of asymmetry about it. You know, it doesn't look machine perfect, and I always like that about egg tarts. Now let's dig into this. It looks absolutely incredible. So good. Ah. Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. It really matches how it looks. That is incredible. The crust is flaky, but it's definitely got a bit of sturdiness to it. Now, I know they make it with butter pastry, and apparently they make the pastry overnight, so it's set. So it's it's got some oomph to it, and it's a bit sweet as well. That pastry, I feel. Maybe even a bit of sugar in there, but then the actual filling, this is really smooth, subtly eggy, and pretty sweet. It's one of the sweeter egg tarts I've had. That is absolutely lovely, really nice. It's like breakfast candy. I love it. How can you go wrong with that? I mean, look at that filling. Really nice. I can understand why these guys are ranked up there as doing one of the best egg tarts in the city. It is, from my perspective, in my opinion. Do I have crumbs around my mouth? Probably. It's okay, I don't care. We're at a chaan teng, not a 5-star Michelin restaurant or whatever. Okay, now guys, we're going to wash down all that crumbly goodness with some milk tea. And we ordered the 2 types. Lai cha hot milk tea and cha zao, which is made with condensed, or is it evaporated milk instead of normal milk, condensed milk. So yeah, those are the 2 differences of the 2 kind of main Hong Kong milk teas. We ordered them both. I'm going to try because they're renowned for their milk tea here as well. Let's wash it all down. This is the Lai cha, the hot milk tea. And as you guys know, milk tea is a drink that is very, very close to my heart. And I do like a good one, so let's see if this is as good as some of the reviews have said about this place. Let's try it. Yeah, really good. It's got a pretty strong tea flavour, that. It's quite pronounced. I wouldn't say it's a particularly gentle milk tea. I'd say the tea comes through more than the milk in this. But yeah, it's really good. That's really good, really comforting. It just kind of, you can feel it kind of like coating your throat as it goes down, like in a really nice way. It just kind of, it hugs it. You can feel it go down. Really nice. That sounds weird, but it's true. Yeah, that's a bloody good cup of that. Yummy. And I can already feel that caffeine working its way through my body now. Boom! I've come alive. All right, excellent. I'll tell you what, now let's move on to the cha zao, which is the one that's made with condensed milk. I've got to be honest, guilty pleasure. I tend to like this even more than normal lai cha. Oh, this stuff. I've got a problem. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, that hits. It's, yeah, equally like tea as the lai cha, but it's just a bit thicker and a lot sweeter. Oh my God. Oh, seriously, I'm in tea heaven right now. As you guys know, I ordered the instant noodles and ham. A very posh man's breakfast, as you guys can tell. So let's get into this. Give it a nice little mix there to get all these ham pieces in amongst the instant noodles. Very good. Got to do that. Let's dig into this. Let me get a bit of ham in there. More ham. Yeah, they're really generous with the ham. It's really nice. I mean, it's ham and noodles, it's not going to be like something to shout from the hilltops about, but it's decent, it's working class food, and yeah, it's nice. Lovely, carby, cheap breakfast. That's what we're all about. It ticks the box and it fills a gap in here and in here. Very nostalgic food and very nostalgic vibes. I love it. Hi, how you doing?
I recognize you.
Really? Oh,
You're
nice.
YouTuber.
Yeah. You're the owner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw online you're the founder's son.
Okay, this one.
Yeah,
One.
I remember.
How do you know that? How do you
Read,
know that?
reading, research.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so far so good. Very
Do you
nice.
need any help?
No, I think we're good. Yeah. Maybe can I talk to you a little bit later?
Sure, sure.
Yeah, on camera.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you. What's your name?
My Derek.
Derek. Nice to meet you, Derek. Sam. All right. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So yeah, that's Derek. I read about him, did my research, and he is the founder's son who I was talking about outside. And he took control of the business, I believe, in 1996. But yeah, seems like a proper sound bloke. We'll talk to him in a little bit. Anyway, back to the food. Now let's move on to the Borscht. Yeah, Borscht in a Chinese Hong Kong cafe. I mean, for those of you guys that know about Cha Teng food, you know, this will come as no surprise, but for those who are a little bit uninitiated, yeah, you know, for everything from the scrambled egg on toast, the milk tea, borscht, a lot of dishes that these kind of cafes do, they are appropriated dishes from the West. And borscht here is a perfect example. Come to a Chinese cafe at 10 a.m. and getting borscht. And it's their spin on it. And it was done in the early mid 20th century when Western food was thought of as a luxury that a lot of the local populace in Hong Kong could not afford. But then these cafes, they kind of took that into their own hands and started making Western food with a Cantonese spin, using their own ingredients, their own recipes, and they made Western food available to the masses. And here we are. That's the backbone of Cha Teng. So yeah, now let's dig into the borscht. Looks great. You've got the carrots in there, the pasta. I'm gonna say, I don't know whether it's strictly speaking traditional borscht. Yeah, it's really nice. This is particularly good, actually. This is really nice. Full of flavour, very tomatoey. Nice. Yummy, yum, yum. Something that I didn't mention outside. The name, because a lot of these Cha Teng's names, they mean something. And this Honolulu cafe, it's been, well, there are rumours circulating around that the owner had an affinity with Hawaii, Honolulu, and particularly the coffee beans from there. However, this has not been verified. I've read interviews with Derek, actually, and he says that he doesn't know whether that's true. He doesn't know specifically why his dad called it that. But either way, you know, whether it is true or it isn't, what is definitely true is that it fits into that trend in 20th century Hong Kong of people calling their food establishments names that are somehow exotic and Western. We've seen it before on this channel. Danish bakery just down the road in Causeway Bay. Australia Dairy Company in Jordan. What else is there? There's a place that we haven't covered, Boston Steakhouse, just around the corner here in Wan Chai. And the list goes on. It's very much the name as the decor and the food. It's very much of the time that it came to be, the 1940s, the mid 20th century. And it just, yeah, it's an interesting little bit of trivia. I've said it time and time again at some of these top Cha Tengs. This is not, it's not Michelin star food, but it was never meant to be. This is about getting a cheap meal that is going to fill you and set you up for the day. And maybe, if it's not too busy, you're not going to be frowned at by the staff for having a chat with your mate, or, you know, so these places, they really are so key to the community and the fabric of Hong Kong culture. And it's, for me, I just find it such a shame that they're just dropping like flies, they're disappearing right, left and centre. So we need to protect these places, because without Hong Kong's fabric, without like its old culture, then what is it? It's just another mega city with, you know, gleaming skyscrapers and Starbucks, right? Yeah, so we've had the borscht. The borscht was lovely. The noodles were a no-frills hit. The egg tart was out of this world. The tea's been amazing. I think now it's time for the YOLO bao. YOLO bao, as opposed to bolo bao, which is pineapple bun. I've done a video dedicated to pineapple buns. We went to Kamwa Cafe in Prince Edward. Check it out. I'll put a little sticker for that one about here right now. And YOLO Bao.
It's not YOLO bao, it's Bolo Yao.
Oh, all right, so I've just been saying it wrong. It is not YOLO Bao. It's not you only live once Bao. It is Bolo Yao. That is the butter pineapple bun. But I'm branding that. I'm coining that name now. A butter pineapple bun is not a Bolo Yao. When it's really good, it's a YOLO Bao. But yeah, anyway, butter inside. Let's check this out. It looks really nice. That crust as a pineapple bun should be. Very, very firm, does not give a lot at all. Feels good. The integrity, the structural integrity is there. Brilliant. Yeah, it looks good. Let's have a look inside. How does that look inside with all that butter? Now, admittedly, we've probably waited a bit too long to enjoy a Bolo Yao, YOLO Bao, at its absolute best, because you're supposed to have it right away when it's hot, so that the bread is hot and then the butter inside is really cold. And because we've been filming, the butter's melted, but honestly, you know, it's just how it is, and it looks delicious anyway. So let's try and just understand what it would taste like with cold butter, even though the butter's now melted. Not the end of the world. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Kind of feel like I need a moment. Jeez. Very, 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 very good. Oh. What I love about this pineapple bun in particular is that the crust is so hard, but more than pineapple buns I've tried in other places, this base is really, really doughy. So you get a lovely contrast of textures. You get the crunch as you go in, but then your bottom teeth, they just meet this really doughy, pillowy resistance with the lower part, and then the butter in there. Nice. That's a great, great pineapple bun. Very good. One of the better ones I've had in Hong Kong, and I've had a lot. The crust isn't that sweet. Crust is not that sweet. Less sweet than I've had before. Yeah, it's a very an interesting take on a pineapple bun, and a huge hit with me. That is fantastic. Really good. One of the better ones I've had for sure. Come to Honolulu Cafe in Wan Chai and enjoy one of their signature YOLO Baos. All right, guys, and on to the final bit. Hardly the headliner. We've got the bread and scrambled egg, which, you know, is such a simple dish, but for you guys that watch the channel, you know I love this stuff. Got a bit of butter on that bread. And let's just have a little gander. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to stack it on there, nice and high. Make ourselves a scrambled egg sarnie. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Will it hold? Will it hold? Bang that on there. Lovely jubbly. And oh yeah, those eggs are good. Good eggs. Yeah, not bad at all. And they're really nice and fluffy. Got a really great colour, aren't they? Very even. And that bread is lovely. I didn't mention, I believe, from what I've read, we'll try and confirm it with Derek, but I believe that upstairs they have a bakery and a warehouse, so I think that the bread and the stuff that they sell over the counter, which we'll look at, might even be baked in-house. We'll confirm it with Derek, but either way, yeah, the bread, very good. Stick one of those in me. I'm done. Absolutely stuffed. That was a really, really fantastic breakfast. And yeah, with the food, like you can just, it sounds corny, and I say it a lot, but you really can in these places that get it right, that get this Hong Kong chaan teng style food right. You really can. You can like taste the decades. You can taste, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, 80, 90 years ago when all this started becoming a thing. You can taste it in these flavors. You can tell there's a lot of expertise and a lot of thought gone into the dishes, especially the stuff that they pride themselves on, especially those darn tarts. They were very intricate. 192 layers of pastry, remember. I'm not sure if there were 192, but there were a damn lot. But yeah, you can just taste the care and the expertise and the knowledge and the just the decades in the food. And just a thoroughly pleasurable experience. I love doing this. On a morning, coming out, having breakfast, or even if you're later in the day, lunch at one of these places. When you're in Hong Kong, in my opinion, it's an absolute must. And if you live here, to do it regularly, we've got to keep these places alive because they are a very special part of Hong Kong culture. Anyway, what we're going to do now is, if I can manage to get myself up out of my chair, we're going to go and talk to Derek, the founder's son, who's been operating this place since the 90s. And we're just going to pick his brains, get his thoughts, and then I'll say bye. So let's go and talk to him. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yes, okay. When did Honolulu Cafe begin? I've heard it was 1940.
Yeah, since 1940.
1940. Wow.
80-something years, yeah.
80-something years, crazy. And do you have a bakery upstairs?
Yeah. Our bakery upstairs, yeah. That's what.
And that's what
we do everything by ourselves.
The down tart too?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The down tart.
You can't have those for them outside.
Agreed, let's go away. Wow, very good. So, what are your plans for the future of Honolulu Cafe? You're going to carry on this place, right?
I try to, but in economy, especially in Hong Kong, you get the rest. I try to sustain it.
But it's tough.
Yeah, it's really tough. Yeah.
Well, I think that you're doing a really good job.
Thank you so much.
Alright guys, so as you just saw, an absolute neighbourhood gem, an absolute Hong Kong gem of a cafe. I'm absolutely stuffed, and that meal, all of that you just saw, cost like $117. You're talking a little over $10 US for all that. So it's just incredible value, incredible vibes, and an incredible part of Hong Kong food culture from decades past that he's living on. So with that said, guys, thank you as always for joining me. Really appreciate you investing your time in watching these videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. But for now, I'm going to go home and sit down. Take care. And that concludes our old school Hong Kong cafe experience at Honolulu Coffee Shop. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if so, share this video with all your friends, hit the notification bell, and of course, let us know in the comments where you'd like us to visit next. Thanks for watching, and until the next feast, take care and stay hungry.